Hello, everyone. This is Elaine Pacentine here with FamilyFilmsProductions.com, and we're so honored to have with us here today Elaine Horn, her first interview with our site for this year of 2017. Hello there, Elaine.
Hi, Aaron.
I hope you're doing good today.
Yes, I really love your site and everything that you do, and it's an honor to be on this interview with you.
Thank you so much. For our first question, if you could explain, first where you grew up, how did you get interested in the Wizard of Oz in general?
I grew up in Indiana, and it was basically it was a family tradition to watch it every year. And I remember when I was about 5, it was an annual thing that happened, and I just loved the message.
I thought The Wizard of Oz, that you know so well, has been a very popular film, and it's been viewed by millions of people over the world. What does this film mean to you?
Well, basically always the most important thing that this film says that 90% of most films from the past and now don't say is the message means the world to me, that good always overcomes bad at the very end. And this is a message that the world needs to hear, because in movies from the past and the recent present, they're just getting messages that evil is good and be evil and you'll be popular, which is so false. You'll end up being a loser if you think that mentality. But a lot of the movies, they paint that picture. To me, good and loving people always overcome hate or being bad. And whether it's here on earth or in heaven. And that's what the movie means the most to me about.
Absolutely. Thank you. Now,
sure.
As everyone knows, you're very much well known as a nationally renowned Judy Garland as a young Dorothy impersonator. And, how did you get started doing this and making it a career at this time now?
Well, let me correct you by saying I'm nationally renowned Judy as Dorothy Impressionist. It's more of an impressionist than impersonator, because I resemble Judy, but I'm not a dead-on look-alike or sound-alike, or dead-on look-alike. But I do sound exactly like her, and I do have a strong resemblance to her that even outside of my costume, people will say, you look like a young Judy Garland when she was Dorothy. And, but I don't want anyone to, feel like they want to rate me like, well, she looks more like 25 than 16. You know what I mean? I'm an impressionist, but the response from the children and the adults, they're very fascinated with my resemblance and my voice and my mannerism. And you asked the question, how did I get started doing this and it turning into a career that I'm now blessed to be famous for? A few years back, I met Judy Garland's son in an acting class, and he just came up to me and introduced himself, and he basically was very polite and very boyish, so I wasn't, I'm never real warm to adults that are that, that come up to me like that, but he was very boyish, very sweet. We did a scene in acting class where he played my dad, and then we just became friends. And he invited me one Thanksgiving to have Thanksgiving dinner with Mr. Lutz when he was alive. And Liza and Lorna and her husband. And when I met the family, they were so overwhelmed. They just were startled. They said, you know, you resemble, you're even built like our mom. And Joey had said, when I met Elaine, he told his family at Thanksgiving, I saw the aura of my mom all around her.
It's very interesting, Erin. When I was doing one of the stage shows at the Glendale Center Theater, someone had said that Joey was in one of their classes, acting class, and, oh gosh, this must have been 10 years ago or more. Oh, probably 10. And anyway, so I was invited to the class, and I saw Joey there. You know, I had come because I was checking out. My parents wanted me to find a good drama teacher, so I said, "Who's that young man?" I mean, even though he looks very young for 50, he really does. Yes. He doesn't look at all his age. He looks like 20 years younger. And I was amazed, but I didn't understand why he was staring, and then somebody had told me who he was, and I met him, and we became friends. We would do things together as a group, and he was just very overwhelmed at how much I reminded him of his mom when she was young, being that I'm the same height and build, you know, and so about 8 years ago, Joey was invited to come and be part of the rendezvous of the Wizard of Oz Munchkins at the Culver Hotel. I guess it was a 50-year reunion or a 60-year reunion since they last were all together. He called me, he invited me, he asked me if I could represent his mom as Dorothy in the outfit at the event. I did. I ended up meeting and performing with performer Warner Brothers Wicked Witch Oz Impressionist Kurt Raymond. Yes. And we started just basically doing vignettes throughout the evening as the wonderful Munchkins met people and signed autographs. But every time we would be doing the vignettes and we would finish, the audience during them would just stand and listen, and then they would applaud. So it was very a wonderful situation, and I guess from there, Joey had mentioned and given me the name of the person to contact at Warner Brothers to help with any publicity needs for the 60th anniversary of The Wizard of Oz, which I started to do with Kurt, and then, you know, I just started getting all these calls, and it became literally now a wonderful career.
And Mr. Luft, who was married to Judy the longest, I think 12 years, managed her. One of the very first things Mr. Sid Luft had said to me was, Elaine, you have that exact high level of energy as my wife Judy had, that can hit an audience from being on stage to 30,000 people. And I said, thank you, I'm just being myself. So they groomed me, and they endorsed me to, especially Joey and Liza and Mr. Luft did. They endorsed me to play their mother as Judy Garland as Dorothy, as an impressionist. And they connected me to Warner Brothers studio that owned The Wizard of Oz. So I met with the Warner Brothers execs, and they were thrilled. It was Greg Mayday. He left Warner Brothers in 2012. But he was over me. He was the VP of theatrical venues. So they put me in the famous sing-along Wizard of Oz show tour. And I got to work with some of the Munchkins from the movie that were in their 90s but acted 60. And when I met them, they started to cry, saying, you know, this is the sweetest memory since we last saw Judy. And there's much more to say than this. So working with the Munchkins over the years. 2012, 4 of them passed away, but Jerry Marin, the original Lollipop Munchkin from the movie that sang and gave the lollipop to Judy, there's an endorsement letter from him, and I worked the most with him.
Yeah,
and so it's all been a matter of people calling me and from my website, and I never expected to be famous all over the country or world for this. And I'm very, very blessed. So I know that to say the last thing, Google emailed me, and they said, "Congratulations, you are on the World Wide Net. You are listed 7,000 times, which makes you a celebrity." But
gosh,
you know what? That's nice. But I love the children most of all, and if I make them happy, that's what I care about.
That's so special. It's amazing because, you know, there are so many people out there, you know, that think they can do impressions and different things of that nature, but your performance and, you know, all these things of that nature are very professional, and unfortunately at this point I still have not seen you in a live production, but hopefully at some point sooner or later.
You will.
Yes, thank you. All right, many of these events, of course, with us sing-along tours for the Wizard of Oz across the country. And, you know, I know you did a number of the shows in the past with Kurt Raymond, Oz Impressionist. It's been a while, but how was it working with him?
It hasn't been that long that Kurt and I worked together. He is a phenomenon. He is amazingly brilliant. He is profound.
Right.
He's very professional, but it's shocking how amazingly talented he is and how he looks and sounds just like Margaret Hamilton's Wicked Witch.
Absolutely.
So it's always an honor for me to work with him. And Kurt did 2 of the Sing-Along Oz shows with me. When we performed live at the Greek Theater and when we performed live at the Hollywood Bowl stages before the main sing-along show. But all the other ones that I toured nationally, I did on my own. And what happened is Warner Brothers researched the ages that watch the Wizard of Oz movie the most early in the tour. And they found out that the kids between ages 2, Aaron, through 10, all nationalities, they watch the movie all the time, all the nationalities. And so they wrote this show, and Judy Garland's son, Joe Luck, helped produce it and put it together. And before each Wizard of Oz show, before the main Theater Palace showing, I would perform this with a stand-up book, looking and sounding like Judy, but the kids are the new stars in reenacting the Oz movie with me. And it was such a hit with the kids and the families all over with the tour. And they then allowed me to do this shortly after all over the country. And so it's very famous, well done, and it's a hit wherever we go, with the kids and the adults.
Very exciting. It's always a joy, I'm sure, for you to be amongst the children and see them happy and smiling, and of course seeing, you know, their parents or relatives excited about what you're doing as well.
Yes, it is, and it's an honor. And although the kids and the grown-ups are fascinated with me, I do a lot of adult corporate events where the adults are amazed. I think I was born looking and sounding and being built like this for children everywhere.
Right. working with the Munchkins, I'm sure, was a thrill for you as well. And, of course,
Yes.
I know that you have worked with them for so long, and unfortunately, some of them have passed now. But tell us a story about working with them together, maybe with Margaret.
Well, I worked with them for about 7 years, and they passed away before that. But when I started doing this, I was 15, and I was good, but I think in the last 3 years, I peaked to be the best in what I look like and sound like than anything before that. So in 2012, I was doing a lot of events with them, and Margaret Pellegrini, I love her with all my heart, the Lollipop Munchkin, the Coroner, Mickey Carroll, Clarence and Myrna Swenson, I forget the other ones, but there's a picture of me on my website with them. But Jerry Marin and I got very close. In fact, they all treated me like I was their great-granddaughter, and they had a lot of love for me. But I would do events with them when they would reenact the Munchkin Man scene and all come out when I'm saying, "Oh my," and they would come out and sing.
Right.
And then Jerry Marin and I worked the most together when I would, come on stage and he would start singing the song he sang to Judy Garland to me and handing me the lollipop, and the house went down everywhere we were. And then we did photo ops and meet and greets, but they gave me the most wonderful memories that I'll ever have, and they gave me a lot of love. And it was just an honor to hear their sincere remarks. They've done a lot of Wizard of Oz festivals over the years, but they said, upon meeting you and then performing again for them a few years later, they said it brings back the sweetest memories. Your voice, what you look like, your mannerisms. They said it brings back the memories that we had a long time ago with Judy, and I guess because of that, there was a very special love and bond between us.
A lot of the things that I've done with the Munchkins, Margaret is an absolute angel.
Yeah.
I love her and the other Munchkins with all my heart. And it's an honor that they consider me, as they put it there, Dorothy, which is great.
Yes.
She's remarkable. All of them are remarkable. Jerry Marin, Clarence Swenson and Myrna, Mickey, little Carl. I don't really know Meinhardt very well, but it's remarkable seeing these hard-working people with incredible energy in their 80s going for it, and they're remarkable. I learn something from them every time I watch them or I work with them, and they're always very loving, very kind, and in fact, when I met them at the Culver City Rendezvous, most of them said that I reminded them so much of Judy. In fact, one of the women, Ruth Cassini, said, when she heard me doing my line, she said, "It sounds like Judy is right behind me." And just remarks like Mickey Carroll, he's an angel. He started to kind of cry, and we were wondering, I said, "What's wrong?" And he said, "You brought back the sweetest memories tonight because of how much you look and sound like Judy as Dorothy," and it was so touching, especially because of his love. But it's a great honor to work with such loving, caring, hardworking people.
Yes.
And I learn something from them every time I'm around them.
That's wonderful.
I'm very thankful for their friendship.
That's neat. Okay, now, I know people have read somewhat about your work on Oz Central on their website, and they have seen that you were on the Donnie and Marie Show and on Entertainment Channel, and you had performed on the very special 80th birthday party for Judy Garland with the Yet Again the Munchkins. If you want to tell a little bit about those events.
Okay, well, with the Donnie and Marie Show, that was when I was doing publicity for the 60th anniversary, and their publicity department called me and asked me to represent them as just Dorothy. And what I did, we were pushing the re-release of 1999 of the DVD and the video of the new one that had come out that year. And I did a scene, a very brief scene with Donnie, and then we talked for a minute about the wonderful new restoration that they had done then in 1999 and pushed that. Did that answer your question about that part?
Yes, it did.
Okay. Okay, regarding the E! Entertainment Channel, I helped auction off at Christie's in Manhattan. I helped rather preview for the auction the original pair of ruby slippers that Judy wore the most out of the 6 pair. They sold for over $600,000, and I was previewing them and meeting and greeting all the clients that came in that day. And they were very interested, and they had a segment on me with the shoes and seeing that I'm endorsed by Joe Luck, you know, Judy's precious child.
Yes,
her favorite.
Yep.
And so that was quite an honor for me. And with the 80th birthday, I went with Joey, Judy's son, who's an angel, just has the most incredible heart. Nobody knows about him, and he should be the most famous one because of his heart. But he asked me just to make appearances with him. I did some vignettes from the movie. I made appearances. I signed autographs, which I feel very ridiculous doing, but people want them. So you know, I'm more than happy to make them happy. We did the photo ops. And I just accompanied him to each event and hosted some stuff. And it was an honor. But again, I felt like I was with my family, the wonderful Munchkins and my dear friend Randy Malone and beautiful Margaret O'Brien were there, and precious June Allison and Joey. I had the most wonderful time.
Wow. So very interesting. Now, you travel around the U.S. and perform to families in general and tell the story of The Wizard of Oz. Please explain about your performance and the cold rundown of that.
Okay, that's not exactly what I do.
Oh, okay.
It's a small part of what I do.
Okay.
Basically, I do Oz, Wizard of Oz festivals where I performed the scene, the Munchkin Man scene, with Jerry Mayer and the Munch, the most, where we do the vignette, and he then sings me the song he sang to Judy and hands me the lollipop, and we kind of fill in parts of the vignette with the theme of the event, and then we do photo ops and meet and greet, which I've done that with a number of the Munchkins. But I've also been part of the Warner Brothers Wizard of Oz sing-along show tour. The Warner Brothers Master Oz Impressionist Kirk Raymond, who does this all over, we've been performing last year and the year before they actually show the Wizard of Oz movie, which of course has the lines from all the songs that the audience participates in. It's been a big hit. And we perform one of the scenes of the movie before it actually opens up, and then we do the photo ops. But I guess it was quite an honor when I performed at the Greek Theater live. That was the longest, for about 20 minutes, with Kurt Raymond, the Master Oz Impressionist. And we really enjoyed working together, doing wherever they show the movie The Wizard of Oz. We've done a lot of performing before the movie, question and answering time. Then they show the movie, and then we do photographs and autographs, which, you know, we love meeting everyone, especially the kids. Then, of course, you know, the Christie's thing that I had shared. And then I also worked at the MGM Grand with Ruth Ticini and Margaret Pellegrini, who were featured in the Wizard of Oz gift shop, selling my friend Steve Kopp's wonderful book about the Munchkins. And I helped represent Dorothy selling items, meeting, greeting, taking photo ops. But I do corporate events that use the Oz theme, host events, do parties, and then I do a performance storytelling sometimes where I perform the lines that Judy Garland did from the movie, and I incorporate that in showing and telling the story as Judy with Bill Stillman and Jay Atwood's wonderful pop-up book of the movie,
Yes.
pictures of the movie of The Wizard of Oz.
Mm-hmm.
So I also do that. So I do a gamut of things, and I
Yes.
love doing all of them. But I think where my fulfillment is mostly is that not the performing, not the applauses, that's nice, but it's the children. And most of the children that I meet, wherever I've gone nationally, they actually, if they're under 10, they love me. Actually, even teenagers, they actually think I'm the girl that filmed the movie.
I know.
So when I'm able to tell them things like, always remember to listen to your family first, and you'll be just as happy as I am. Stay close to your family.
That's right.
And I share things like, every time you watch the Wizard of Oz movie, just remember how much I love you and that you're my new best friend. That is so incredibly fulfilling for me, because I knew as a little girl that if I could have someone who I looked up to say that to me, it enforces a child's self-worth, which is, I think, so important when they're growing up, because sometimes they just don't get a lot of that.
That's right.
So I hope I answered that.
Yes, you did.
I mean, fully for you.
Very special.
Yeah.
Very, very special. Thank you. Now, one of the pairs Ruby slippers, as you know, had been sold at the auction at Christie's several years back. And would you mind telling us about that event? And
Sure. There were a couple of ones that I've done. The recent one, this was about 6 years ago. Christie's and the Paley Film Center in Los Angeles had Debbie Reynolds' beautiful ruby slippers and dress that they decided to sell. And just to put this in there, Debbie Reynolds for 10 years was trying to make, with her son Todd, a movie museum. And
right.
Debbie and Todd had hired me a couple of years before they decided to sell everything. Debbie and Todd both hired me to play Judy Garland as Dorothy. And on the opening of the museum, I was going to be able to wear her dress and her shoes. So I was so excited about this.
Amazing.
But for some reason, they didn't get what they needed to build it. And so they were just getting weary, so they decided to sell everything. But there was a special day where the crowds would come in to preview the ruby slipper. And I just never, Aaron, I never experienced people surrounding me constantly wanting pictures. I did after the big movie palace shows, but it wasn't like that. It was almost like just crowds that didn't stop. That I was there for 5 hours, non-stop, one picture after the other. So, but it was an honor to be part of that. And I think there's a picture of me. It says Christie's, but it's also Christie's and the Paley Center, which happened about 6 years ago. But it was amazing. I guess I was just heartbroken that they couldn't make it happen, because the last place they were trying to make it happen was in Tennessee.
That's
and it fell apart. So they were going to fly me every weekend to perform as though Judy Garland as Dorothy at the museum. But it's heartbreaking that it never happened. But it was an honor to be there when they previewed them to auction them 6 years ago.
Right, and and myself as well, and of course many other people were really looking forward to that whole park and that museum, and you know, when I heard myself that, you know, they were going to have this in Tennessee, it's a beautiful state, and it's unfortunate that it never came to light.
Yeah, I think that the people wanted just too much money for them to build it.
I think
the people in charge.
Right.
And so they sold it, and they sold everything, and Debbie Reynolds made $22 million, and Todd made the other. But I loved both of them because for 7 years I was in contact with them. And
right.
So it is a disappointment, but maybe somebody down the road
That's great.
has a selection that may want to make a museum.
And that would be great, and I'm sure that people are going to love that, and of course they'll love to see you too.
Oh, thank you, Aaron. And they'll love to see you.
Thank you. Now, our next question, since we only have a few left, you know, of course it's known that you were Christian, and, you know, as a Christian myself, the Lord really does, you know, put people on a path and a journey in life for a reason. And if you don't mind telling us how you found the Lord and, you know, ask Jesus to come into your heart.
Yes, and I have to say about you, Aaron, you're one of, I think you're a little older than me. Are you 31 or 32? Or are you 30?
I'm 34 now.
Oh, well, you don't look it. Even the friends that my husband and I have at our church, they don't have the integrity and love of God and giftedness like you do, Aaron. So it's an honor to know another boy another young adult that loves the Lord the way you do. I was brought up in a Jewish family, and they would give me Hanukkah presents, and then they would give me Christmas presents. And they would say, if you tell anyone we gave you Christmas presents because we don't want you to believe in Jesus, we'll take them all away. Well, when I was 7, I had a dream, and I realized later it was about the Lord in the Bible with white hair and the red eyes burning. And I knew at 14 I couldn't have known that. I dreamed it. And so very quickly on, I heard the story one time, and I knew it was the truth, and I committed my life then and there. And, you know, my family was shocked, but now my father and mother are Christian.
First, my mother and father are both Jewish, and they would always give us Christmas presents and Hanukkah, and I remember them saying to me, Aaron, but don't tell anybody that you celebrated Christmas, you know, because Jesus isn't the right thing. And, you know, it really is true that if we come to hear about the Lord like a child, you'll automatically know it's the truth.
Yes.
When I became a little bit older than that, when I became a teenager, I heard the story of Jesus once at the Griffith Park Observatory. They showed it and played it once. And I had had all those years of what my parents said about, don't tell anyone you celebrate Christmas. But I knew the minute that I heard about the story and the life and the resurrection of the Lord, I knew it was the truth.
You're
no matter what they said to me. And so it was so simple for me. I guess because I've always tried to stay open and humble and pure and teachable.
Yes.
Where a lot of teenagers may not want to go that route. But I'm thankful I did, because a few years later, look what I'm doing, and I'm so blessed by it.
That's right. Absolutely wonderful. And honestly, I'm sure you can never have the need to say that you're ever ashamed to speak about the truth of Jesus. Wonderful.
Never.
That's right. Now, I will say that I think that no matter what anyone may say when any of you hear this, I can surely say with Elaine, as she's here, that no matter what people may say, Jesus is the truth and He is the Son of God. Isn't that right? Yes, it's very true.
Yes, that's right. And you know, just to interject this.
Yes.
What I've just been I've just been asked, due to a situation that Frank, my husband, had with his ear. They thought it was a tumor, but it wasn't. But I was just asked by the House Ear Institute, which is world-renowned in hearing ear care, with world-renowned ear specialists and surgeons here in the Los Angeles area. They were just asked to represent them worldwide as Dorothy in their clinical research department in helping deaf children and children that have major ear diseases, and to find a cure for that. And if it weren't for my faith and my love in God, and I know that He asks us to pour our life out and serve the people around us, this now, as I do and why I do, what has become my main objective and why I do what I do as Dorothy, it is because of this charity and what I found out about how they suffer and what the children go through. And it's an honor for me as a Christian girl to represent them as a wonderful character that people trust to raise funds. And this is like the greatest thing that could happen to me. And the head of the department is a phenomenal Christian ear surgeon and ear specialist named Dr. William Howard Slattery III, and it's very well known throughout the world. So I'm looking forward, whenever I do events, to meeting and telling people about what they can do if they'd like to be a part in helping, whether they're a Christian or not. It's just because I am, I really felt the call when they asked me.
Absolutely.
I felt the deep longing of God for me to participate.
Wonderful. It's like the Holy Spirit will prick your heart and the Lord will say, go ahead, Elaine, it's time for you to do this or something.
That's right.
Yes, absolutely. Wonderful.
Good.
And everything, Aaron, every single thing that I've ever done as the Dorothy Impressionist, it has all come from the Lord. And I have to say that if you strive to live a pure and holy Christian life, God will give you the desires of your heart beyond what you could ever imagine. And I never thought that I would be known all over the world and be endorsed by Judy Garland's family, endorsed by the original 1939 Munchkins that were alive, endorsed by the VP of Warner Brothers, the executive over theatrical venues that left in 212. So I have to thank the Lord for everything.
Absolutely, and so many of us do, and that's wonderful. Even to hear you just quote a verse of scripture about the Lord giving us the desires of our heart, because as you know, the Lord wants us to trust in Him, and you know that's very special and very Christ honoring. Thank you.
And you know, to say to other people, these are very hard times.
That's right.
Christian. But why these hard times are coming to so many Christians is because God is testing people to see, can you hang in there and still trust me even though things don't go your way?
That's
because His coming, His second coming, I believe, is happening soon.
Yes.
And He's actually putting every Christian I know through trials to separate who are really His and who aren't. And the ones that are His and survive the trials, even though they're broken and hurt, but remain faithful, those are the ones, and where it says in the scripture, the gate is narrow and very few will enter. And He's preparing now. So I want to encourage all you people that may have had a discouragement or hard time in your life, press on. God will be there for you. It just may take longer than you think.
Thank you, and I echo Elaine as well on that. It's absolutely important, and especially to everyone out there, press on, exactly like Elaine says. It's important when, you know, and as you know, Elaine, when anybody gets down and weary, trust God. God's going to lift you up, and He will be there to call on Him.
Right, but it may take a long time. It may take longer than we've been used to. But that's only because he's trying to know, okay, this is a test. I know you're going to be unhappy. I know you're going to be sad. And, of course, you're going to sin because you're hurting. You're demon first, then Christian. But as long as you remain faithful to me and hang in there, you will enter that narrow gate.
That is correct. Thank you for that and encouraging others today. So if you can go ahead and tell us about your Storybook Performance Show, and maybe give an example of how that's done for everyone to hear that, may be interested in looking into that more.
Sure. It was written again by some of the people at Warner Brothers and Judy Garland's son and Joey Luft, who's her favorite and the youngest. And basically, why it's a hit everywhere is the way that they put it together. As a present, after I got done with the tour, Joey Luft, Judy Garland's son, had them handmade and built these gorgeous 6-foot colored character stand-ups, but they're not like the type that you buy, cardboard stand-ups. These were, he made them, the Lion, the Scarecrow, and the Tin Woodsman, he made them for me to do the tour with.
Right.
And then he also, as a surprise, had these gorgeous poppies in vases made for me. So the gorgeous stand-ups are behind me with the poppies coming out each side, and they're a stunning backdrop as I sit in a chair with a hand mic and a beautiful Wizard of Oz movie pop-up book from the movie. The children sit around me, and they're the new stars in reenacting the Wizard of Oz movie with me, as I look and sound like Judy. But with the adults are the dramatics. I go to the scenes I go to the actual scenes. So the drama is like that of the Greek theater, Hollywood Bowl. But I love the children from 2 to 10, and I believe they deserve top quality entertainment. So that's the first 20 minutes where they're on mic, and I'm redoing the movie with the book behind the gorgeous backdrop. And then we quickly move into the Oz music playing, and we tell them the Munchkins from Munchkinland bake these lollipops because they love them with all their heart. So the kids stand in line, they ask questions and get a lollipop. And then for the adults, we do a question and answer time. Questions they have about the filming of Oz and Judy, which I learned for the tour and from Judy's family. And then the final portion is complimentary photo ops behind the stunning backdrop. And so it's built in a way that every age enjoys it, but it caters to the kids that are the most important between ages 2 and 10.
Neat. Very exciting. Especially for all the parents that have their 1-year-old children. When they get to be 2, then they get to understand and get a little older and see all that fun too.
Back in 2005, Elaine had the honor and privilege of attending the special event for the premiere of The Wizard of Oz back in 2005. And Elaine remembers that event and how special it was for her in being around some of the Warner Brothers execs and others that were there, including other various Oz celebrities in the wonderful Oz community.
Now, tell me what your thoughts are on the restoration.
It was incredible. I saw it with Joey, Judy's son, and Frank at the premiere. It's incredibly beautiful. It's the most beautiful film piece I think I've ever seen. And all the special featurettes and documentaries, it's remarkable.
Yes.
And I think John Fricke, who's a very special friend, did a brilliant job
Yes.
his involvement in it.
Yes.
If it weren't for him, it wouldn't be as tremendous as it is.
That's right. Very true.
But I think it's remarkable. I think that even if people don't even like The Wizard of Oz, if they watched it, they'd be fans afterwards.
Mm-hmm. So very true. And I still get some of my friends to enjoy it to this day.
Right.
Yes. Okay, now, one very exciting feature documentary on this DVD features you and your work for several minutes. I bet that was a great honor for you, but I think that, people can see about the camera angle didn't come out as clearly as you personally thought it was. Please, let me know of your
I
comments.
don't know if that's the correct terminology, but yes.
Okay, something like that.
It was a tremendous honor.
Yes.
And normally I never, ever, ever do film work, but because I was asked to do something this wonderful, it was such an honor.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to do anything I could,
Mm-hmm.
part of it, and make it special. The reality is, why I never do film work is that I don't at all come off like what I appear live. When I perform live, and I've been hired over and over and over again for people seeing me in my live performances,
Mm-hmm.
that live, I look and sound very close with my mannerisms to Judy as Dorothy, from what I've been told by even her son.
Mm-hmm.
But even Joey, has admitted that whenever I've done a few things on film or TV, that the way I look and sound as Dorothy and even as myself is completely distorted on film. I'm just one of those people
Wow.
that is incredibly unphotogenic. And because I represent his mother, and it's an honor to do that,
Mm-hmm.
I like to make sure that I'm seen in the light that's the reality. The portion that I did made me look like I was 20 pounds overweight. In actuality, I'm 5 feet and only 110 pounds. But I don't know what the problem was. I think I enjoyed working with everyone, but I know that I've had the same problem over and over again. And as I said before, when people see me perform live, and then when my friends saw me on the DVD, they had called me up, to congratulate me, but to encourage me that I came off nothing like I do live. I don't understand it. I don't know why I seem like a completely different person on film,
Yes.
look and sound, but there's a remnant, maybe 10% of who I am that comes off on the film. Can you believe that?
Yes, I do, and I think I could sense it too. I mean, I haven't seen you perform live, but I know what you have said, and honestly, I take people's opinion of who the person is more than I would off the screen. So I honestly agree with
and
you.
Something, what's really encouraging is if I wasn't known for doing what I do and doing the best, I would have been never asked to be part of it.
Absolutely.
But secondly, if I, going along with that, the Warner Brothers people, when they screen everything that's been filmed, if I wasn't what they wanted and I wasn't as good as my reviews have said, the Warner Brothers execs would have never kept me in it. That they wanted me in it.
That's right.
And but I think the pictures of me on the website, the one with me with the ruby slippers and my hair long, that looks 90% like what I look like.
Yeah.
And then the other picture looks a lot like me, of course, but I'm a couple of years older.
Yes. Now, may I ask at least, the picture that's on the websites now, when was that one taken? It's behind something that looks like the Emerald City, but I don't think anyone could ever see what that was.
That was taken about 6 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And I was doing like a stage show of it, and we had a makeup artist that knew how to do my makeup for a photo shoot. Just like the one with the ruby slippers.
Yes.
I had that makeup artist, he seemed to understand what makeup, what shadow, what camera angle, what lighting was needed, so that it could show that, yes, I really do resemble this girl.
Yes.
Which I don't think I had that with the DVD.
Very interesting. Alright, now, there was an official screening for the movie not too long ago last month, in October, in Los Angeles, shortly before the movie was actually re-released.
Right.
Now, I know you were probably able to attend that, so please tell about your experience.
It was October 19th
Okay.
at the Motion Picture Arts and Science Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences.
Yes.
Sciences, not scientists.
Yeah.
And of course, I went with Frank, and I went with Joey and his date, Joey, Judy Garland's wonderful son. And we all went together, and my Munchkin friends were there, and the Bombs, who I love so much. And I got to meet a number of the Warner Brothers executives that were real encouraging.
Wow.
And it was phenomenal. And my friends Randy and beautiful Margaret O'Brien was there. And it was wonderful. It was wonderful sitting there. And I guess one thing that was the most touching thing is that when we were sitting to watch the movie, and I was sitting next to Joey, and there was Frank and his girlfriend on the other side, when his mother started singing Over the Rainbow, he got a little weepy-eyed. And I was glad that I was next to him and I could hug him and give him a little kiss on the forehead, because it really seemed to comfort him. Because he has told me over and over again he feels like he's with his mother a lot when he's with me.
Oh boy.
And God has been able to give me that great honor to be able to comfort a very dear young man who, has gone through a lot of hurt.
That's
so
right.
at that moment, I felt bad because his dad had just passed on.
That's right. That's right.
So it was very touching for me, and I was very thankful that I was able to be there to hug him and be there kind of as a reminder, there's a reason I look and sound like this. And maybe one of the many reasons is to be an encouragement to how much you are loved, by your mom. And so let me make it perfectly clear, I'm very happy with, the young woman that God made me.
That's right.
And Judy was a wonderful human being, and I believe she's in heaven.
Hopefully.
But it's those moments that give me the greatest joy for why I look and sound the way that I do for her son.
Yes.
Did you have any questions about that event?
I would ask that I would like to say, for those people who haven't heard the interview I did with Eric Shanover, just recently, I did ask him about that, and he explained some interesting things, and I asked him if you attended, and he didn't remember seeing you there. So I am glad it cleared up for everyone now. Elaine, you were there, and you had a great time.
Is this on the air now?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, because I remember seeing him. He was, in a white suit, but I was running around all over the place, meeting people and talking to them. But it was, it was a packed reception before the movie. So, anyway, any other questions on that?
I guess, I would like to say, regarding, I had been told by Eric that he had gotten some kind of Federal Express mailing invitation that looked very official. Did you get something like that as well?
Yes.
Okay.
I did. It was beautiful. It was it looked like one of the covers that had the shoe, the ruby slipper.
Yeah.
Shoe, but the heel seemed very high.
Oh boy.
On it. But it was absolutely a beautiful invitation that Warner Brothers put together.
Wonderful. Please give me your comments regarding the site and how you think that we can help families in the future with the many films that we distribute.
I think it's exceptional, and I do not know of any that's like it on the internet.
Really?
Why I think it's a beautiful site, the way that you put it together. It's just a great site to look at, and the way that you do it. But it's so pure. Just the idea of just being a site offering really wholesome movies that, that is G-rated or better than G-rated is very unique. And because it's so important to me to encourage the children that I meet to stick close to their family and do things with the family all the time, I think it's a remarkable, brilliant idea.
Thank you.
That you have. And I know with as talented as you seem to be and determined, you're going to go very, very far with it.
I hope so. I do pray for the opportunities to do something like that, and I believe I am starting to now. Thank you very much. Actually, personally, I'm trying to go in the process of getting a brand new rating passed, and it is called the FE rating. This rating would stand for family entertainment, and it would be basically only on the movies and DVDs that get released. The rating would probably be preceding the general G rating, or it would maybe be something in between G and PG. It would be movies under this rating that they would be wholesome, free of language and slander and all of that.
Right.
And no parent would think twice when putting their child in front of a movie if this rating will come about. So I would like you to give a comment or whatever you want to say on that, what you think. And we hope to sooner or later present it to the National Rating Association. And
I think it's an incredible idea, and I think no matter how long it takes, that you should be persistent and make it happen, because as a young woman, I can't even handle, when Frank and I go to the movies, I can't even handle watching PG-rated movies anymore.
Yeah.
Because they're always cussing, they're always taking the Lord's name in vain, or
That's
there's
right.
some sort of thing that if I was 12 years old and they said it's PG, and I was 12 years old, I know I'd freak out. I couldn't handle it. You know, so I think that there needs to be G-rated or a little bit over G, but PG is, I think every rating has degraded. I think that now PG is like what PG-13 was 10 years ago, and PG-13 is what R was. It just seems like the scale keeps diminishing, and they need to reevaluate their rating system. So I would pray and hope the best that you would be able to do this. I'm all for it.
Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. Well, this has been Elaine Horn, wonderful, renowned Judy Garland impersonator as Dorothy. So thank you so much for your time and very first internet audio interview.
That's right. You got it, Aaron, because you're very sweet, you're very talented, and you're very persistent. And not a lot of people have the qualities you have, but that's what's making you a success. So, no, thank you. I really look forward to meeting as many people that listen to this.
Yes.
If I ever do an event in your area, please come up. I would love to meet you and talk to you and find out about your life.
Yes, thank you.
And hopefully be an encouragement to you.
I appreciate it. Well, may the Lord bless you and your work, and as you give the Lord glory and as you keep on giving Warner Brothers a little of their glory, I know you'll do a wonderful job.
Oh, that's precious of you. Thank you very, very much.
Yes.
I had a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Well, once again, this has been Elaine Horn, renowned Judy Garland impressionist as the young Dorothy. She is amazing, and if you ever get to see her in a live performance, you will be sure to enjoy that. This is Aaron Pacentine with Family Films Productions. Thanks for listening.